Yo, I'm live. Let me adjust the camera. Didn't do it ahead of time. You know it's your first time seeing this video if you check the date. I had to grab my iPhone. My little information box. Anyways, so tell me how. So I went to a therapist 3 times now, right? So I'm like, yo, it's just something's just not right here, you know? And for disclaimer reasons, I'm gonna give you my train of thought process on this, right? Grandma says, step grandma, right? Ooh, yeah. She says, when you go to college, don't forget God. I was like, yeah, grandma, because God, who is all knowing, is gonna be mad that I went to college to enjoy the world he created, right? That makes sense, grandma. Okay, moving on, right? Because I had faith or whatever, right? Boom. Moving on, I go to college. That I talk to some shorties, give him a chance because Jesus doesn't judge or whatever, right? But some people say Jesus is God, so I guess he does judge. So then, like, I don't need Jesus, you know what I mean? But he goes. But let me go back, right? Let me go back before I say I don't need Jesus, right? Um, he so I'm going to go to college. That I give it like three. I give like 3 girls a chance, right? And then in life, I probably gave like 50 girls a chance by now. I didn't say I had sex, right? Anyways, now I meet this one shorty, Ray. I'm like, oh, okay, you're like some shit that like I've like prayed about. You know what I mean? Boom. So I'm like, all right, I go in. We be talking and shit, just vibing, being in the moment or whatever. She'll say some shit, I'll say some shit. She'll say some shit pretty fast. I'm like, whoa, we're like young as fuck, but all right. You know what I mean? And then I didn't say anything just now. I hope you know that. I just said a lot of stuff in my head. Unless, yeah, I didn't say shit just now. I hope you know that. But moving on. Um, she gets pregnant, right? Somehow. And then she gets pregnant, right? Not all the time. So barely, rarely. Like gambling, right? My dad used to gamble. I know gambling exists. I know there's a whole petition against gambling, right? But at the end of the day, that's grooming, which is in a sense still a sin, because that's what the devil did, right? The snake did, right? Anyways, because you never seen a snake before until you saw a snake, because a snake only eats when a snake is hungry. He doesn't just consume like a pig, right? Not a boar, a pig. A pig and a boar is totally different. All right. I mean, still ham and pork, but that depends on how smart you are. But that's why if I were to pick a religion, it'll be Islam, right? They eat pork. Yeah. No, agnostic. Agnostic. Boom. I mean, that's why I put on paperwork. Anyways, moving forward. And then she goes, right? So she's Islamic, right? And she's Indian and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, so you're Hindu? And then she was like, no, no, like I'm Muslim. And I was just like, oh, okay, I don't really know that much. But I assumed, like, oh, I was actually raised from like a Christian family. But like, yeah, talk to me, I hear like all this shit, right? And I'm like, yo, what's the issue? I'm like, I don't get it. She be living our lives and shit. Me, I be doing me, wait for people to hit me up to hang, because I'm doing me, they be doing them. It's like when I can make a move, I'll set up a move for real. A move that I would do, right? Because I've been outside way longer than you. I'm sorry. And then, yeah. Then, I should probably shave my head then. Yeah, I should shave. And then, nah, my hair grows pretty fucking slow. Nah, I know, no. I'm not gonna accept that. I don't have that much factual evidence for that. So, all right, Pete, I've been to like 3 therapists, right? And I know this is just recording. If someone's chimed in, but I've been to like 3 therapists, right? Let me get to where I like. I know in movies they you hint the ending, right? So I shouldn't do that though. I'll make the story good. So Pete, so then me and Shorty, yada yada yada, Ray gets pregnant, right? Ray freaking, I'm like, Ray, we had sex before we got married and had a house and moved in together and all this. I mean, we kind of do live together because we're in college and we do pay out of this. I mean, your parents pay for your shit, but I've earned my shit on my own. My parents like maybe gave me 250 bucks for this. Like, if I needed that, I could have just took the loan and then paid it back in 2 days or 3 days of work, right? So, and then I'm good for the whole semester. And then, but like, I know if this Apple shit, right? And then nature stuff is true. Damn, I'm sorry I said shit. But you like this is ridiculous. Matt, it's like anything anyone has ever said to me is a sin, damn near. And then on the other end, it's not true. Or someone's perspective. And that's why I finally ran into autistic. That's why when I met autistic kids, I was like, oh, it's a spectrum. People. This is why some people don't understand this because the left and the right and politics and who you know and you're all made up of your life experiences, right? And then the chain of reactions that happen before you, just for your own safety. I'm gonna just say that. Uh, she, yeah, she's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Da, da. I'm like, look, we're not Adam and Eve, right? I mean, we could be blessed like Adam and Eve, but we're not Adam and Eve, right? Well, I want to be blessed like Adam and Eve. I don't know about you, because I don't know, right? I'm not. I'm not Allah, right? Boom, right? If I were to say Allah, that's blasphemy, right? Boom. So I'm like, let me think, meditate, pray on it, right? Or it goes like, ooh, ooh, or that sounds like a monkey. Anyways, moving on. I don't bark. Pretty sure we created dogs. Pretty sure wolves go, ooh, ooh, ooh. No, I'm kidding. You just adapted to be my friend. Come here. I know I'm huge. But wolves are bigger though for some populations. Well, I can still grow. My dad's 6'5", 6'4". Yeah, spectrum. But yo, then Shorty goes, I know I'm saying a lot, but this is a video, right? And we're not talking live right now because no one's watching. Okay. And she goes, I let her, da, da, da. She's like, all right, call me back, whatever. It's like, I mean, we can. All right, so I'm just say it for you. If you who prides family more than anything, I will be like, you can do what you want. Your body, your choice, right? Boom. She does it. She's like, yeah, duh, I couldn't do it. She's sitting there. She was scared. I'm like, look, I'm gonna do what you want regardless because if you are who you claim you are, right? Like, you know. So I'm like, boom, all right, so you don't trust me for real. Boom, I moved on. And then I was like, and then I moved forward, moved on from her, like she said. But what's crazy part is though, like right after I went to Jamaica to see my mother, right? My my mother, right? I haven't seen my mother in years. I mean, I saw her for like 2 minutes when I was in Jamaica, but I was so focused on enjoying my cruise, I didn't really enjoy my mom. I was like, I could just catch a flight, mom. I've been focusing on trying to get you back to America, like you wanted so bad, right? And then just sweep that shit up later. She freaking got your ass. She freaking Yeah, she broke up with me in the middle of the night while I was asleep, bro. I was like, I'm just sleeping, mom. Like, I'm sorry I don't want to cuddle in bed. I'm like I'm like 23 years old. Like I have morning wood. I'm like, you're not a virgin, you're my mom, so you know what morning wood is, right? So it's just kind of like, what the fuck? And then, but I'm her baby. I was just like, mom, I could still lay on you and go to sleep. Like, what the heck? You know? Like, everything doesn't have to be sexual, but like, the body is the body. That's why I'm 23 and I look like this. What the freak? What the freak? Anyways, no, back to the video. Uh, Gotti. Yeah, you sit on the couch. Then she goes, Pete, 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 Pete. I'm gonna keep talking like you're here, right? Pete. I'm a good actor. Uh, she, she, she sends me this message, and I read it all, took in all the data and information, did my whole data analytics crap, right? And she goes, and then I go back to God, and then she goes, I thought about it. I want to break up. I was like, yo, I will spend like people. I work at a hotel at the time, right? I'm a college kid. I was like, I got like 800 in the bank right now, and I think I had cash in my pocket. I don't remember. I don't know. Like when I have like I don't know. I don't keep track of that shit because anything could happen. So I just remove the emotional attachment. Right. That's why I'm really. That's why I do banks. I feel like that's why my bank is 250 grand insured. And when you hear people say, I got 7 banks or I got 4 bank accounts, that motherfucker got $1 million cash, dog. Like, you know what I mean? He doesn't have like 4 bank accounts with da 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 da. Because then your one bank account can have da 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 separated into da 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 da. Because that's why they're charging you. You know what I mean? But get finessed, right? Boom. Uh, Government flies. Yeah. Anyways, uh, she breaks up with me. So I'm like, all right. Yeah. She goes, yeah, I didn't go to the army, bro. Like, no, bro. I saw someone do 9 years, came out 30 years old, and he's just like bitching and crying to me every day. And I'm like, why are you talking so much? Like, we had the same conversation already. Either you're crazy or I'm crazy. And I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just keep doing me, and then every time we interact with each other, hopefully we're taller or whatever. Boom. Then yeah, that was a gender neutral. All that what I just said, whether you're a girl or a boy. Oh, because if I'm 6'5" and she can be 6'3", I'm chilling. Wait, no, heels on average be like 3 inches, 4 inches. She could be like 6 foot. You could be like I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then And then, so I'm like, yo, that's kind of fucked up for our vibe because either like you thought our vibe was fake, you thought I was faking it, but I'm real, bro. Like, I make eye contact with you. Like, I saw you break eye contact, and then you didn't say anything after. You didn't even try to cut me off. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just flex. So then what happened next? Yeah. I'm just flexing in the nicest way possible. Like it's not to put you down, it's the worst case inspire you. Then she goes, da da da. I'm like, okay, I need like a therapist after this because none of this makes sense. And I boom, boom, boom. She put up to my crib, right, for her jacket. I was like, you're taking the hoodie? Your social media hang with friends ass is taking the hoodie? Like, I know who you are. You guys are on the internet. I can see it. The the information shows it. God shows it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo. All right, take that back. I can't just keep saying God. You know, this is for free America. So like, life just shows it, right? And I'm just like, yo. I can't say anything else at this point because you just this whole time you thought I was lying, right? Like my dad, right? I never lied to my dad for real unless it's like I'm ready for the punishment or whatever, right? So this thing would be like, Jaden, are you high? And he's like, did you smoke? And I'd be like, cigarettes? Nah. And I'll go to my room. But if he meant weed, I'll be like, no, no, I didn't smoke. You know what I mean? And just for his mental sanity, right? And then everything else, I told the truth, did better than you. You thought you were doing better than you. You thought you were doing better than me, but I was ahead of you. And then one of those two, right? I'll let you pick from my Libra scale. And then she goes, so, oh, back to the shorty, right? Because it's a she. She goes, so yeah, I don't have daddy issues. So she goes, fucking, because some of you, I still suggest you get therapy. Yeah, so she breaks up with me. Boom. She pulls up to the house for the hoodie. I'm like, yo, for the hoodie? I'm like, yo. So I pull up, I give her the look, right? I'm like, yo, we've been fucking for 8 months. I'm like, yo. And then she's like, and she looks at me and she's just like, says nothing. So I'm like, yo, she was dead ass. Like, that's crazy. Then she took the hoodie and then she left and I never talked to her again. And she was just like something about me being mean. And I was like, mean. I was like, yo, you destroyed me. Like, I don't even like believe in God anymore because of you. Like, you're so fake. And like all this is fake. And then I left. Straight up. I left. I went back to church. That shit didn't make any more sense at all. I listened. I waited for signs. I tried waiting for signs. Bad shit would happen when I would wait for signs. So I said, fuck that. You know, fuck it. Fuck all that shit. Like, for real. And then like every girl from moving on, every girlfriend I had after that, it was like the same shit. So I was like, yeah, I talk way too much for you hoes. I don't know why you keep thinking like I'm gonna entertain you. Like we could go get entertained somewhere else, or we could do something. Like that shit is. I'm so tired of this shit, bro. Fuck. And then I'd be talking to boys, and this shit be like, I'd be like, dog, like, why are you tripping? Like, you see me, I'm talking to you. I'm not treating you like trash. I'm not making fun of you. I'm asking who you are. I'm not assuming. Like, why are you so? Why are you acting like that? And like, oh, Jada, you turned me gay. I'm like, I turned you gay, bro. Like, did you do it? You did it. I'm like, dang. So now I'm gonna be like, yo, like. Can't wait to get braces. Look at that. This is definitely my good side. Like I see what actors mean. But no, I'm not doing Invisalign or whatever you think that is that you do with your monthly payments. Uh She goes, what did she do? What happens next? Yeah, she left. So I go to therapy. I was depressed about it and all that stuff. Like I was like, fuck this shit. I'm tired of trying to press people, for their expectations. Like my parents, I was just like, yo, like you don't understand. Like I told my dad about it, like later on. I was like, I understand like what you don't understand about me not being your little bitch anymore, or like let you groom me. But like, dude, if you don't let me work in the shop, you're the fucking idiot. Because I've been giving you the answers since I was like 12 years old. I've seen niggas doing the same shit you're doing that are way richer than you. So you must be comfortable. Why can't I make my money? Why are you forcing me to do it a different way when I could literally watching you do it your way? I could do it with you, and then me and you could go fucking golf or fish or some shit. Like the fuck. And you want me to sit there and let you do all the work? Then I'm just sitting there like, yo, this place is like dirty. All this shit. You want me to sit here playing my dick? Because I can't clean all this shit myself in one day. There's gonna be dirty again the next fucking day because the way this shit is set up. So I'm like, yo, there's no system to this shit, none of that. And then I'm just like, I'm not gonna talk to this shit. I'm not gonna talk to this nigga, And then whoa, like that elder shit is crazy. Like you're older than me, but like our life experiences are like ridiculous. And it's like, oh, I dropped out of school in middle school, da da da, but I have all this money, and I'm like, and you still want me to go to school, like what? And then the other day, right? Ignore my turban, please. The other day, I was talking to my cousin, right? Like, I'm giving you this is still about she, right? Because you might take this totally the wrong way. Do. So now we're in like that was like 2019, 19, 20. I was like 20 at the time. It was like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It's not that long to me, but at the same time, it's like it kind of was a long time because I did a lot. Life feels fast when you do a lot, but it's not fast for real. Like it's only been 3 years, but I did what some people can afford to do in like 8 years, 5 years, 5 years. I would say like some truckers don't get a bonus till like 5 years later. Like that's just crazy. They be working overtime like oh fuck it. Yeah. So she she she's a therapist, right? 20 end of that year I went to a therapist and I gotta close my eyes. My eyes are tired. I've been working all day. I need these. Went to a therapist and he tried to say I'm playing victim. I'm like, playing victim, bro? You don't think I know about that shit? Like, I chose not to be you, you dumb bitch. I could take this job. I just need the paperwork to get hired by somebody. Or I could go on YouTube and talk for free and then get paid by tips. Like, fuck you. Moved on to the next therapist. I was like, come on, give me some. And then he goes, did you try inviting her for coffee? And she's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Or like, and I was just like, you don't think that's a good idea? Dang. What the fuck? I was like, that was some white ass shit I just did. Like, get some coffee. Bad. Moving on. I'm like, yo, and trust, I spent money on this bitch. She smoked for free. She fucking. I damn near was ready to do her homework for her. She was like, nah, you don't have to do it. Type shit, And I was like, all right. And then I'll go back to sleep or I play my game with my boys. And then Shorty goes, so then life moves on. Next therapist appointment, right? because she's creeping back in my life. I'm hearing her voice. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to listen to music, and I feel like that vibe creeping back in. But like every time I hang with a girl, like she's not giving me that vibe, you know. So I'm like, fuck. I'm trying to get to the vibe to where I feel that way with a girl, you know, or create a vibe. But it's like none of these girls are on that level because I'm, you know what I mean. So then, right, I then I what? Oh, let me stand up. Then, oh, nah, he still didn't piss her shit yet. So, then, whew, that was 20 minutes, yo. Working with these kids at my job. I mean, this work that I do with these kids, be valid. Yeah, I don't like saying it the other way. Um. Anyways, she. Where's she? Right. Then. Hold up. Okay, bro. Nah, fuck that shit. It's 2023. I got my medical card. Nah, but y'all don't see people popping their meds on. But they do it on TV. You know what I mean? So I could do that if I want to. What? Yeah, people, herbs, nature, all that. I'm not gonna. Nah, all that. All that. I'm all that. Yeah. Nah, because you're gonna try to put me down. The thing is, you're gonna try to put me down about this. But people like me is who you go work for. Just let you know that. Those people you work for are the same people as I pull up to their crib randomly. They spend $20,000 to $80,000 on me in that one day. Remember that before you try me. Move to Florida, we lit. But they can't take this law away, so I'm gonna have to say smart shit at all times if I'm gonna be smoking this publicly. You know, use a bong. I don't suggest doing this all the time, but I really didn't feel like walking all the way to get my bong because I'm on live. But you know, fuck this shit. Come on, we lit. You know, I'm not the first YouTuber, so. Skirt. I'm gonna bring the camera in. Boom. All right. I'm babysitting the dogs. So I need. What do I need out of here? Oh, let me put on my watch. Boom. 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 Because I'm not paying attention to this. Okay. Oh. All right. This what? Shit. Okay. Yeah. Unless you know, you could go buy this at a public shop right up the street. Dumb illegal. You know. There's no commercial about it because of grooming, but that's not my issue. You know? Because I'm not grooming, because I'm gonna tell you, at the end of the day, even someone who's been a drug addict can take 2 seconds, read my titles, and be like, okay, this channel is about self improvement. Yeah, but I'm not trying to put you down. I just be doing me. Hopefully, you're doing you. You know, because you could pause, think some shit to yourself, and then continue. I don't know. But I think the fact that I use stories and like metaphors and all that makes my shit mad interesting. What? What? All right, bet. I thought I could say, oh shit, this is lit. I'm fucking with this live shit. I'm fucking with this live. So back in high school, I used to get high, not study for a test, and get 100 or an 80 or 90, 98. I don't know, but I'll pass all my quizzes and I give them a pass the test, make it relate to real life. If it doesn't relate to real life, it's not gonna make me that cheese. If it's not gonna get me laid, if it's not gonna have me and my friends going woo or yeah or or I got you, bro, then I don't need it. I don't need it. Right? So yeah, I could have got like a 5.0, but like I didn't need it for the job or work that I was trying to do. You know, like I don't want to afford 5.0. I'm sorry. My dad has fixed way too many of those for me to drive them. Right. Moving on. One of my boys, Ernest, though, I think he just upgraded his Mustang to a 5.0. But the way he drives, he can handle it. Like he's an e-breaker. I'm not an e-breaker. I'm more of like a Tokyo JDM, or I got 1,200 horsepower. So it feels like I'm walking as I drive this bitch, you know? So, wait, what am I doing? I'm rolling up again. You see that? Look how I stopped myself. Awareness. Da-da-dum. Yeah, we used to smoke together. Oh, damn, that's kind of hot. No, because we got arrested. Type shit. We got arrested. I mean, I was being a little too nice. I should have never agreed to really hang out with her friends. I don't really ever think I'm gonna do that again. You know, like or like be nice to her friends or like cordial. Like I don't think so. I'm just gonna think her friends have it out for me at all times because they're her friends, right? Even though if you're not dating, like I definitely makes me think that like maybe I should just transfer to Islam because like fuck dating, bro. It's either we're fucking or we're getting married, or either I'm working or I'm like getting married. Like there's no in between. All right. Normally these letters aren't like this. Oh, it's on low. Come on. We've been making this for too long for this to be acting like this. Don't look at me. That's some Enoki shit, bro. They be thinking you can't evolve. Boom. Then getting this other therapist, and she's like, "All right, so a lot of these YouTube people or influencers, you really want to like fact check them. If they don't have any licenses and shit like that, then you're really just taking their research for your research." And I'm like, "All right, so I paid the price, so screw the research, or I don't feel like paying the price, so I'm not gonna say screw this research, or I paid the price and it validates their research, so I'm gonna take their advice, right?" That's what made me get into spirituality, especially on my therapist checklist. I had spirituality, even though I felt like I was fucking back at school when I went in that office. Maybe they just didn't make that much money, you know? Then, then, yeah, sometimes I just do that. Look, look. Mary Jane. I love you, Mary Jane. Look, Mary Jane, we're now married. She has to come to me. Is she gonna come to me like Ray did? Am I gonna notice? That's on you. Uh, like one girl the other day told me, she just straight up like, "I want to get married," and I was just like, I looked her up and down, asked her about her life. She said 2 years. I looked her up and down again. I was like, "You're still with this nigga?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm done." Because if you weren't with this nigga, you wouldn't. Nah, I'm done. I moved on. Anyways, and then which made me want to hit my ex again. So I was like, I just went back. I kind of, so I switched to Islam. I was like, all right, started talking to Allah, and I was like, word? Listened to an audiobook, and I was like, hmm, this audiobook sounds phew, magical, right? And then this book that I'm reading is like, okay, some human wrote this. And then a human made the audible too, though. So, like, I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm playing Plead the Fifth right now, right? I have lawyers. They. Good job, Two Face. Yeah. Spearmint check. It is what? 3 o'clock in the morning. He still hasn't pissed it or shit it in the house. By now, I usually wake up in the middle of the night. So, he's not up. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Right. By the way, this camera quality should be good enough for you. Unless you come in the future, then like you'll see and then my therapist will be mad that I said that. All right. Well, this is my camera quality for now. I think it's pretty fire. This is like a 2023 Mac. I have lighting right there. But my perspective, I know your perspective is gonna be a little bit different because of the I know ADHD, right? But I'm not doing that. Uh I'm so serious, it's not me. And then the perspective thing, right? So it's like if once you're exposed to something, it's up to you to be ignorant of it, right? That's what they say, ignorance, but they also say ignorance is bliss. So if ignorance is bliss, right? I don't know if that's meant to protect you or to expose you. So it's just like I feel like it makes me, if you take that seriously, you sound like a fool, right? Um, as I moved on to, right, then eventually one day my stepmom was like, the Bible, it says a book of instructions before leaving Earth. And I was like, okay, cool. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Some of this you don't know, some of this the algorithm will do the work for me. It's all gonna come back into the title. Then now it's like 2023. Yeah, it's still 2023. This one girl, like I'm really like I like it's so funny. Like some people, like if you know the stereotypes, it's hilarious. I got with this turban, she's like, one girl was like, oh, there's God. And then another girl was like, "Oh, let's get married." And then another girl was like, "Oh, he's Satan." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What, me?" I was like, "Yo, you're crazy." Because I've been here for like, well, it wasn't her, it was an old lady. And it was definitely a girl that I did not look at sexually in any way. I was like, "Hello, old lady." And then she was like, "Satan." And I was like, but I didn't say that out loud. I said it in my head. That's why I said, "Don't let these bitches in your head." Then my cousin was like, one day, "You know what a brouhaha is?" And I was like, "A brouhaha?" And I was like, "You did not just call her a witch, bro. That's not real." And then I was just like, "Shit, magic is real." But it's also not, right? Because none of this is new information. Because it's just like, I've seen all of this on YouTube before. And it's like, once you're exposed to it, it's like, it just goes away, right? I'm like, wow, it just goes away. Oh, and that's why you shouldn't also pick at acne, right? So then I feel like, but then I was using my intuition, but my intuition wasn't really working well. Right? So on my profile photo on my Instagram, right, I have, because I am genetically have Indian ancestors, right? And I feel like I've been dealing with Shiva through some outside consequences. But if that is true, then it's just like, yo, um, then boom, back to the title, right? Um, so I'm like, all right, bet. So I had her blocked, right? But unblock her because I'm like life was just like, yo, sending me race signals. I was like, all right, either A, like something's going on with her right now, and like the whole like, okay, we're broken up, but I hope you have a good life thing was kind of biting me in the back, right? Like it was kind of like a double-edged sword, and I'm getting hit with my own like moral, I guess. It was kind of like I would see her car and it will trip me out or something. And I'd be like, all right, Jaden, like, what the fuck is this? And then this usually happens as I'm like in those like cut scenes of life, right? And then she freaking what did she do? She's like, all right. Then like some outside perspectives try to throw me off track again. I was like, "Ha, fuck that. Let me go talk to someone who has more like data information and higher probability. Like come up to a more godly solution for me. How about that? Let's say that. Let me just say that. I want to go find someone who could find a more godly I like option that I may have not thought of. So as I went on some Andrew Tate shit, right? As I went and found this person, right? Not this person. Why did I say it like that? As I went and found my therapist, right? Through my insurance that I got from my W two not 9 to 5. It's more like an hourly job, right? But it also doesn't feel like a job because I used to do it for community service. Now it just still feels like I'm doing community service, but at the same time, like, oh look, money's coming into my account type shit. So it's like I'm still, yeah, I still feel like I'm 12 years old on some Mike Tyson shit. Yeah, not even 12 years old. I think I first said I wanted to own a business when I was like 4. Yeah, so I don't know why this nigga didn't want to just like, I don't know. Moving on. Moving on. you know, I love him anyways. Right? You can say shit about my dad. I will stand my ground for my dad. The freak. Uh, you know, like no matter what my dad said, he would buy me a lawyer. And if my dad will buy me a lawyer, then I'll buy him a lawyer. And regardless, I would buy my dad a lawyer earlier because I took it upon myself to learn the law like the public school taught us because it's one nation under God. So it's like before you're gonna get to God, you're gonna get to us. Oh, and in that Thames song, she goes, "In this system, you cannot pray." But and I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Like they're low key stealing our prayers. And then like I gave up on that. And then when I went to start meditating, I was like, oh, I feel like a kid again. This is great. I think I'm gonna go shave my head. No, I'm just kidding. 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 Then, oh, I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to be a cheap bastard. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna scam you right now. Look, I have a personal coaching thing that I do. I already have one client. I actually just got him too, which kind of upped the facts that I'm, really doing this shit. I really just caught that with my left hand. I'm right-handed, by the way. Can I write with my left hand? No, especially after my Latin teacher taught me that it made him dyslexic. He was like, wow. He's like, yeah, I guess that's what they meant by the devil. But if you're dominant, born with a dominant left hand, then I don't know, maybe you're just looking at in the mirror or something like that. But yeah, and don't if you look in the mirror for too long, don't believe what you see. Yeah, just walk away. I'm so serious. Just walk away. But, okay. So So I text her on Instagram, right? Oh, my phone's back on. Look, this is what we've been waiting for. Let me pull this back in the charger though. It's probably been back on. I don't know why I think to pull this out. But I'm happy. Oh, actually, I know why. Because I didn't want to give it away that fast. I really didn't. So if you're still watching, you know, yeah, I fell off my motorcycle, by the way. If I didn't tell you in person, I'm still working on the whole protecting my energy from like negative vibes because some of y'all are Christian and y'all don't really be watching the shit you say. You don't even know who y'all be praying to. Like that shit is ridiculous. Because I'm like, why am I dealing with your shit? Because I know I got going. I wrote everything down. if I wrote it down, God is all seeing, God is all blah 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 blah. However, you try to defend whatever God you got, which is I'm pretty sure just your brain, right? And you're trying to defend yourself from data that your brain just inferred, even though you can't understand the fact that like yo, you have to remember the fact that like yo, we established what incest is for a reason, So if someone comes out of someone looking messed up, right? That actually doesn't make sense now I think about it. No, it does make sense. Yeah, if someone comes out not like messed up, it's that's above my pay grade. Yeah, I don't know that. That's something I tell you I don't know. I'm sorry. If you're in, born of incest, I'm sorry. But come back later maybe, or I just give you your answer for what I couldn't do. That's what my college professor told me. And once he told me that, and he was an art professor, I was like, yo, the fuck am I doing? Like this. It wasn't funny. I don't know why I laughed. I wanted to laugh it off, but it wasn't funny. I was like, yo, why the fuck am I here? And I left. Then, right, as and you gotta really appreciate the arts. Let me use my roommate's thing, for example, right? Because to live by yourself is just like, yo, all right, introvert. Boom. Look at this. Am I going to tell you what I see? No. Like, it really feels like she's in my head, bro. Like, even though I say, like, she's not part of my life anymore, like, she's not part of my life. And then I hear, like, this collective bullshit. Like, I'm like, yo, I should be able to not I should be able to not listen or be connected to collective when I want to. That's why religion will be more powerful than the freaking collective or a cult or wherever you're in. All right. Bye. Anyways, moving on. Uh, Code 45. Boom. So, yeah, so I text her on Instagram, right? I text her on Instagram. Yeah, I'm dodging all that. I'm dodging all that shit. Watch this. My bad. I had to text my cousin. Yeah, he's going through something. Going through something hard right now. I just texted my boy back. I wonder if he felt tight that like I don't know if it was with my boy or not. I don't know. I have trust issues. I can admit that, but that's up to you if you want to be my boy or not. To share the love back. Cause I give my love, you just lose it. 12:54. He messaged me at 3:33, and then we have like this thing about the whole 3:33 thing. So I think me and him got a good vibe going on. Then I mean he's pretty successful. So honest, like in getting what he wants. Period. Common denominator, getting what he wants. If he didn't want it, he didn't get it. You know? Yeah, that's pretty much what I like to say, with my faith or the strength of my faith, right? Because I had some people call me strong, some people call me bad. I was like, bad. I was like, bro, I was like, I asked you a question. Did you lie to me? I'm like, if you lied to me, then like, all right, then like, probably won't ask you that question again. I was really hoping that's what my dad would do. So right? She, sorry, I got distracted pretty quick. Where's she at? Because I don't believe we're ever gonna get back together like I wanted. Yeah, I don't. You have to move on, Jaden. I was like, all right, boom. Like, all right, cool. I mean, I did not consider that you could be talking to somebody right now, and I'm perfectly sober as I'm doing this. Right? Now think about this, because you're not here and you don't hear me, and I was texting you, so you don't hear my voice, and you know how I talk to you, but I'm not gonna talk to you like that because we haven't talked in like 4 years, and yes, I have changed. I have gotten taller, X, Y, Z, blah 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 blah. Right? Um, don't you know I don't give a fuck. I just do me. Anyways, Ray, um, I just feel like everything you said to me was a lie, or you just changed into a new person overnight, you know? And like, yeah, I never looked into your religion, but I expected you to say it to me. But whenever we went out, it was all Hindu culture stuff. So I was like, okay, you were fucking with the Hindu side. And I've always had a strong connection to my Hindu side because culture and all that, right? My question is, why didn't you say, I want to keep it? Like, it stopped recording. Damn. Like, my question, because my therapist even told me to hit you up, so I know I'm not tripping. You know, it's like it wouldn't hurt to ask her, Jaden. If she doesn't want to give you an answer, she doesn't want to give you an answer. I'm like, well, that's pretty fucked up because what did I lie to her about? Oh, that would have the baby right then if I could. Like, if I could, if I believe we could have that kid and we would have been together forever, then yeah, but, like, I just felt like you would dump me, and then you dump me, which is crazy, and I really tried everything in my power and godly power and prayer not to project that onto you, and it still happened, even when I said I'll go broke for you, which is crazy because you'll be fine and I'll still be fine. Right, boom, see, I'm doing this for you, right? Boom. Now right? I just try to put on a video, listen to Caesar, right? Some Caesar interview trying to kill some time or whatever. You know, I'm not procrastinating. I'm ahead in everything I'm doing, right? My manager asked me if I want, one of my supervisors asked me if I want to be a supervisor in like 2 days. I feel like 2 days of working, right? They go, you go, right? And break up with me over text message after we poured our heart outs together for hours in the airport before I went on a flight to see my mother, the same one who talks so much. Oh no, your mother did cheat, but for me, damn, I just set that up. Fuck me. I need to stop. I need to stop. Oh my god. Oh, I can edit this. Anyways, moving on. I don't know if that's true. All right, hopefully oh, that should work. Then, but still, like you got to see your family whenever I want. I couldn't really do that, and for you to do that was crazy. For you to do that is crazy. Like,